This lesson is on the volume of a cylinder. The definition of a cylinder is a 3D object with two parallel circular bases. The formula is V equals pi r squared h, where pi, we remember, is 3.14, the number. R is the radius of the shape, and h is the height. And let's remember what a radius is. If I have a circle, the distance from the center to the edge, that's the radius. And the distance from one side of the circle through the center to the other side, that's the diameter. All right, let's take a look at our first example. It says to find the volume, round to the nearest tenth if needed. We have our height equals 5 centimeters, and we don't have a radius or a diameter. So there must be a typo on their sheet. Let's go ahead and put a radius in, and let's do a radius of 2.5 centimeters. All right, we're going to start by writing the formula. So V equals pi r squared h. And now we'll fill in. We know that pi is 3.14. Pi written next to the r is times in between. So to show times, I'm going to use brackets. And the radius is 2.5. The radius is squared. So it's 2.5 squared times h. So again, I'm going to show with brackets. And the height is 5. So you could also, I'm going to write something down in blue. You don't have to write it on your page, but if you want to go back and change the line we just wrote down, maybe you prefer to do it this way. 3.14 times 2.5 squared times 5. If you prefer the way I wrote it in blue, you can go ahead and do that. I'm going to leave it with brackets though, and you will always see me write it with brackets because that's something I'd like you to work towards. All right, now we're going to use our calculators, and we're going to do this calculation all at once. So you need to be able to find the exponent button in your calculator. And the exponent button, it's either going to look like a y to the x, sometimes it's x to the y, and the little hat. So you need to look at what yours is, and we're going to type this into our calculator. So we're going to start with 3.14, so 3.14 times 2.5, the exponent button, and now I'm going to put 2 for the exponent 2 times 5, and you should get 98.125 as your answer. Now that's not our final answer because we were asked to round to the nearest tenth. So we know the tenth is one number after the decimal. So there's where my line goes, and 2 is going to tell me what to do. 2 says to stay the same, so my answer stays 98.1, and it's centimeters cubed for the units. All right, let's take a look at B. It says a cylinder with a diameter of 15 centimeters and a height of 10 centimeters. So I'm going to start by highlighting the important information. I have a diameter of 15, a height of 10, and the shape is a cylinder. Now before I go to my formula, I'm going to go ahead and draw the diagram. So I'm going to draw the top, the circular top. There's my height. And then I'm going to draw, see if I can get my lines a little straighter, the bottom. So it's somewhat circular there, and then it would go to the other side, but I wouldn't see that part. All right, it says I have a diameter of 15, so I'm going to show that by putting my line all the way through. So that is my diameter, and my height is 10 centimeters, so the height of the shape is how tall it is. Okay, there's my information. So let's now write our formula. V equals pi r squared h. Now my formula calls for radius and I have diameter. So I need to find the radius. Since the diameter is 15, we can get the radius by just dividing it by 2. So 15 divided by 2 is going to be 7.5 centimeters. So there's my radius. And now we're ready to put in the formula. So I have pi, which is 3.14, times the radius, which is 7.5 squared, times the height, which is 10. Okay, and we'll use our calculators. So it's 3.14 times 7.5 to the exponent 2, and then times 10. So we have 1,766.25. Again, we're asked to round to the nearest tenth, so the tenth is one spot after the 2. The 5 says to go up, so my final answer is 1,666.3 centimeters cubed. All right, now I would like you to try questions in the worksheet. So at the bottom of this page, we have the volume of a cylinder worksheet, and on the back, you have questions to do as well on there. All right, hopefully those examples helped you understand how to find volume of a cylinder. Have a great day.